YouTube? This is the Brown Skull himself, Nate, coming at you with another review. Today we're going to be looking at the Avengers Marvel Now Kotobukiya Captain America Artifacts Plus statue. Whew. Mouthful. What up? If you've been following this channel for a while, you know that I've been collecting this Kotobukiya Artifacts Plus line now for the past, I don't know how long it's been. Probably a couple months now, I guess. And you would have seen that this is the entire set. This line actually had 6 individual statues / model kits that were to come together to kind of formulate this movie lineup here. And if you have been following the channel, you know that my main goal was to collect these 4, with these 2 being optional at the end of the day. If I don't get them, really I'm okay with it. You know, poor Hawkeye, Black Widow. You know, if I ever get to it, if I get some extra money or whatever, I'll pick them up. But really, my main goal was to collect these 4 after watching reviews from like Shartimus Prime and all that. I like how they did their reviews, and really it sold me on buying this entire line. It's a little bit closer up in the back of the box. You can see some more of the little closer up views. Initially, my thoughts on this statue was that this one was probably going to be the least exciting one. Hence, probably why I got it last. But if you saw the Iron Man, zits of Iron Man statue from this line, you'll know that I think everything else is up from here. So I really don't know what to expect from this line. Overall, the line's been really good. Like, Kotobukiya always produces really good stuff, and I personally think they've been killing it recently. There you go, Japanese writing at the bottom. Am I gonna like it? I think I am. But really, only one way to tell is to open that sucker up. Okay, remind me, before I forget, I will have to measure the height of this. Somebody mentioned that I forgot to measure the height of the last figure. Somebody asked me why I wear gloves. A couple reasons. 1, it was badass, but 2, really just handle with care gloves. So if I ever had to resell this thing, like any of the other things I have on this channel, you'll know that I don't. You'll know that the oil from my hands never touched the statue. As with all the statues in this line, really it's a model kit. They come together. They come separate, sorry, and you have to put them together with what they call snap fit. Oh yeah, that's right, I forgot. I almost forgot my own advice. Be careful, there's tape on the sides of these things. I love that smell. Again, standard Kotobukiya magnetic base. And like I said, he comes in pieces here. So they don't really give instructions on these model kits, but really it's really simple to put together. Like I said, this is just a solid base. Technically it's magnetic. You can see at the bottom of the feet little magnets. And there you go. You know, that might look like a weak magnet, but in all honesty, the other statues that I've had, you know, people have bumped to the cabinet and it hasn't toppled over, so really it does what it's supposed to do. So really all it's supposed to do is just snap together like that. You have to apply a little bit of pressure, and this is where I think the gloves come in handy, because you're not freaking putting all that pressure and oil right onto the statue. I'm gonna clean all this stuff up. But there you have it, ladies and gents. Really, it's a nice really it's a nice statue, to be honest with you. There you go, quick 360. Like I said, the base is magnetic, so really you can play around on the base wherever you want them to go. And really that comes more into play when you have the other statues together, which I will show at the end of this video. But overall, just from a sculpt standpoint, I think they do an excellent job on the sculpt. You can see there's a lot of little detail here with all the patterning here on Captain America's chest part. The face, you know, really indicative of Captain America. Totally looks like him. And just a little bit closer up in the pants, you can see all the detail work they put into sculpting all the wrinkles in his pants. Really just goes to add that extra level of detail and authenticity to the piece here. Crotch shot. So with the overall paint application, I think they do a really nice job. This is where you will really see the difference if you're comparing something like this to like a Marvel Select or Marvel Legends piece. This is why you're paying for that little bit extra is because of the attention to detail and the craftsmanship. In the paint as well, you can see, you know, it's not just one coat, one gloss of blue. You got multiple layers of blue. In here, you can see they add a lot of shading detail. When his butt, I guess, but like all the parts that have shadow, you know, they add that. Whereas on the Marvel Legends toy, it's just like one flat blue. You can see they have all the little buckles there on his glove. Really nice look. And the back of the shield, which you really don't see from the front, really, because that's what you're going to be seeing when you pose them. But in the back there, you can see they put a lot of detail into that shield. And let's see. Okay, it's not really removable. I'm not going to try to break it. But you can see they put like all these little apparatuses inside the shield there. From a design standpoint, you can see how the shield has more of a gloss, and when you get to Captain America's body armor, Kevlar or whatever, it's a little bit more matted. And then his helmet is again a different gloss, kind of more matches the shield. But yeah, overall paint application really works well with the sculpt work. You know, you don't see a lot of bleeding that's typical with the lower priced action figures from Marvel Legends. Which really, am I segueing to another video series I'm going to do on BFG reviews? Yes, I'm going to be comparing BFG review plug on a feature video series. I'm going to be comparing the Marvel Select line with a Kotobukiya Artifacts Plus model kit. So stay tuned for that. I'll run through the differences and the advantages and disadvantages of both, because I feel that really might help some of the beginner collectors anyways. People just freshly getting into the game. Which really was my goal for this channel the whole time. Last thing I'm really going to touch on is the design of the statue. Really not very dynamic, not very in the moment. Captain America standing stoic as always as a symbol for our liberty and justice and freedom, even though I'm a Canadian and it sounds like a front to say it. Captain America is one of my favorite characters in the Marvel Universe just because of his, you know, his dedication to his ethic and his dedication to his morals. I just like the idea of the soldier. Especially if you've read some of the comic books, how he gets turned on by his own people, pretty much. He gets turned on by the government that he serves. In the comic line, he became Nomad when that whole thing came along. And then Civil War, which is just an amazing storyline in my opinion. The storyline that got me back into reading comic books. You know, I really developed a different type of appreciation for the character that is Captain America. So overall, nothing special, to be honest with you, but very typical example of Kotobukiya's quality and their craftsmanship and their application of their statues and such. Really, Kotobukiya has been killing it for me. So real quickly before I do my video where I compare all the statues in the line, just to sum up my thoughts on Captain America. Nothing special. If I had to give a rating system out of 10, 7.5 out of 10, just because it's a very standard pose. Nothing special about it, in my opinion. But again, really indicative of the quality and craftsmanship of Kotobukiya. So thank you to those guys for making another outstanding statue. 7.5 out of 10, I guess, is a really good mark. Maybe if they had him in like more of an action type pose or something. But I guess for the entire series, like this is part of a set, it does fit with the set. So I don't know how much I'm penalizing him, if I'm penalizing too much or not. But then again, it's nothing special, just very standard, very good. So hopefully you enjoyed this review. I know it was quick. Don't forget to check out the video where I compare all the statues in this line in my quote-unquote completed set. Comment below. I love all the comments that I usually get. Really kind of fun to start the conversation with people in the community. And that's all I got. Thank you guys very much for watching. Brown Skull, Nate, coming at you. Peace.